Hello YouTube, today at powerjackrepair.org we got Eluktronics N857EK and N857EK1 Clevo core. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna be replacing the connector. That's what it came here for. This connector right here. Let's take it apart. I've never seen this kind of laptop before. For some reason the laptop doesn't lay flat. The design is like not the best. Alrighty. Right. And okay. Doesn't look that bad. You know what, I have to take it apart more to see the problem. Alright, so the battery was there. Let's see, this cable is obviously connected on the other side, so we probably have to take the keyboard out. And to take the keyboard out, I'm sure there's some sort of screws here holding down the keyboard. Maybe not. Not sure. We will see. Alright. Alrighty, so that's gonna be fan. And this is gonna be fan. Let's see. Alright, the fan is nice and clean. Wow. I've never seen a fan being so clean. Maybe the household is extremely clean. I wonder where they live, because those are extremely clean fans. You know what? This one came from Florida, so I guess Florida doesn't have any dust anywhere. That's nice, not to have any dust. Because, I mean, you could see the health status of the owner just by looking at the fans. If they are all nice and dirty, that means nothing good is at that place where the client lives at because of the dust. But this one is, wow, Bradenton, Florida, that's where it came from. Yeah, the prices there now extreme. Let's get this out of here. I can tell you one thing, they use really good tape to hold everything down. Yeah, the tape is a bit excessive in my opinion. Well, but there's a lot of tape and they use it. Yeah. So kind of like that, and like that. Well, found some dog hair. That could be from anything. Yeah, like that. Micro loops. Don't want to wiggle it too much because there are capacitors to the left and to the right. Also, like that, maybe like that. Okay. Yeah, again, there are cables connected here. Well, you know what? How about we're gonna disconnect cables here, here, and probably right here. Well, you know what? The keyboard cable is still on the other side. All right, so let's try and remove the keyboard. And we got a plus here falling off. Well, anyways, let's remove the keyboard. Eluktronics. Alright, removing the keyboard. Let's disconnect whatever this cable is. Why does keyboard have so many cables? That's the question. Probably the lights for the keyboard. Okay. The lights and then this cable. Why so many cables? Three cables. Okay. Alrighty. Let's close this thing down. Let's see if we are all right. We still got one cable attached. And there is nothing I can do about it. Let's remove this guy. Okay. 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 Wonderful. Let's move this guy out of the way. I still don't see a problem here much. Maybe that rear center pin is not soldered through all the way. Maybe, but we will see. If this pin, central pin, gonna have some blackness on it, that means that was the problem. If it's not gonna have any blackness on it, oxidation basically, then that's probably not a problem. Maybe something else is the problem. Even let's see how well it connects to the plug. Really good connection. So yeah, if there's any problem, it's with the connection to the motherboard. Alrighty, so the way how we're gonna take care of it is like that, like that, like that, and like that. Okay. Let's power up the hot air station. Alrighty, so you see all of the holes are nice and empty. We shut down the hot air. That was hot. And what we see is the oxidation right there on the rear pin. On the rear pin. Black oxidation. You see the blackness? So that's where it didn't make contact with the board. I mean, it did make contact with the board. It wasn't making contact with the board. So that's the problem right there. We're gonna remove all of the insulation. All right, I see the problem. The problem is this. Well, no, that's not the problem. All right, so this guy is supposed to be soldered much better on the top side, not the bottom side. That's the reason why the problem happened in the first place, because the machine cannot solder on the top side the jack that sits like that. So right here is where all the soldering has to take place, right here above. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a little wire from the rear pin, positive pin, to the nearest component. Okay, so that's a plus. Okay, that's a minus right here. All right. And I hope all of that gonna conduct through. All right. So what I'm gonna do first is I will get a tiny wire. In fact, I'm gonna get two tiny wires. And I'm gonna solder those tiny wires to these components right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push it through like that. All right, so we broke the wires right there. Okay. Nope, didn't work out. Let's try it one more time. All right, like that. Now let me find a brand new jack. All right, the back. Alrighty, so that's the old connector right here, and that's the new connector. All right, so we're gonna garbage the old connector. We're gonna put the new connector through. We're gonna stabilize it in place. We're gonna stabilize it in place. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, really tough to solder. This is extremely, the board itself draws so much energy on it. It dissipates the energy really well, so the solder doesn't even want to go into the motherboard well. Okay, here what we're gonna do is we're gonna solder it right here, like that. Alrighty, good job. And here what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some flux in the back. Alrighty. Alright. So what I did was I soldered that rear pin from both the top side and the bottom side. I added the wire here, so even if the pin gonna get desoldered from the motherboard in the future, which is highly unlikely, the wire will still conduct the electricity to the nearby positive component. And the same thing right here. So you can see that rear tiny pin right here, that's also a positive through the motherboard connection right here. Those little metal 1, 2, 3, those 3 little one guys, those are positives. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna just clean up this whole mess, and we're gonna measure the voltage, not the voltage, the resistance on the pins. Let's clean it up one more time. All right. And what I did, I shorted the rear 2 negative pins, so that in case one of those doesn't get connection through, the second one gonna get the connection through for sure. All right, you see? Beautiful job. Better than factory, for sure. Okay. So here we're gonna just clean up here. All right. So that's what you need to do in order for this thing to work properly in the future. Alrighty, let's take a look here. Like that. And alright, so what I want to do is I want to connect those guys back right here, because you shouldn't even disconnect them. As it turns out, I was thinking they are connected to the motherboard, but they're just connected to some other board that's connected to some other board. So it's really strange. Too many wires, you know, all those ribbon cables, they go bad like easy, and then you would never be able to find a ribbon cable like that anywhere. Unless somebody has a source for ribbon cables, let me know. I would love to hear from you, because this is just not the way how it's supposed to be done. I mean, just too many ribbon cables. So I mean, one guy does the motherboard, another one does the ribbon cables. So this thing should be laying down like that, meaning this guy should be going in like that, right here, and like that. All right, looks good to me. Okay, I wonder this goes here. Awesome. And that goes there. Alrighty. So let's screw down the motherboard. Silver screws goes right where the plus is at. So it's a good thing that we mark the pluses. Oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot about the two screws right here, I assume. Right? I think those guys right here. Silver screws go here. Okay. Looks good. By the way, I forgot to measure the resistance on the... Hold on a second, something out of focus. Alrighty, so here. Plus and minus, okay. And okay. Basically, it shows the zero resistance between the minus, and it showed that us the resistance between the plus and the minus. So what we're gonna do here next is we're gonna put this guy right here. Okay. Those guys are like that. Well, you know what? Let's make sure that this wire is flying freely here. Alright, like that. Like that. And like that. Good job. Okay, even like that. Okay, wonderful. Good job. Let's see next thing. Let's clean up the heat sinks here. Let's clean up the heatsink there. Alrighty, so I don't want to grab that by the tip. I need to have some sort of pliers here. Like that. Alrighty. And already. Good job. Close that guy down. Alright, so here what we got is this like that, I assume, right? Okay. Alright, so I found the pad, this guy right here and that guy right there, that are gonna be conducting everything through, because there is pad here, right? This guy goes there, this guy goes here, and there was nothing on this pad. So, by the way, nothing is connected there for some reason. Oh, that's the fan probably. Alright, so here let's place this guy like that. Okay. Alright. My assumptions, those are the silver screws. You know what, I need to change the gloves. Alrighty. So let's get this guy right here. Alright, looks like that. And like that. I think those are the better screws. Yep. So those are thinner ones. And this is fatter one. No, I don't remember. Did I put the thermal paste in here or not? Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Good. Okay, looks excellent. Now let's put the fans in place. Oh, by the way, what's wrong with the camera? Why is it? All right. Let's put the fans in place. I assume like that. Okay. The black inner screw go right there. Another black inner screw goes right here. Okay. Looks good to me. Okay, I just want to make sure that those pads, yeah. You don't want to over tighten the screws, but everything looks the way it should look. Right, connected, 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 connected. This guy's connected, this guy connected. And let's tighten up the hinges just in case. Maybe the hinges got loose over time from moving up down. So here, let's put the cover back on. .1 amps. The power supply that they provided is not 6.1 amps. So it's probably not gonna work with their power supply. We will see right now. Alright, so here what we got is a cable right here. Close this guy down. Now here we got a cable right there. Alright. We have a cable right here. Okay. 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 Looks good. Now let's try the power supply that the client sent in. Well, first of all, this tip is not for this. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I want to plug this guy in there, but let me see if it's gonna fit. Nope, it's not even close. So that's your problem right there, you know, when you push this guy in there. Yeah, I don't even want to bother pushing this guy in there. So what I want to do is I want to take this guy off because I don't want anybody pushing the wrong tip. The sizing of the tip matters. I mean, even if the outside is the same, the inner, this is 2 millimeters. And the size of this connector is 2.5 on the inside. So when you're trying to put something big into a hole that's not supposed to handle it. Okay, so 6.1. Let me go find the 6.1. Even this is some sort of aftermarket adapter. 4.6 amps, but it needs 6.3. Okay, so let me get this guy downstairs. So I found the Dell power supply, 6.7 amps, a bit more than this laptop needs, but just like by half an amp, it's no big deal. It might give it a bit more juice. So let's see this guy. This is the standard plug that's supposed to fit right there perfectly. All right. And we got the light on the front, the orange light right here, right there. And let's power it up. The battery is out. The battery is right here. And it does power up. That's a good sign. Let's increase the brightness because the brightness for some reason. All right. And yeah, I just want to double check the keyboard, the Wi-Fi. All right, looks good. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. I will let you know which laptop models, make and models I would buy and which ones I wouldn't. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. Yeah, buy right now. Yeah, the thing is, who is going to be screwing the rest of the laptop? Okay. 3 silver screws going in right here. All right, and the rest of them are thankfully all the same size. Like that, like that, like that, like that. And like that. And just to show you that the battery plugs in, and we're gonna plug it in again, and now we got 2 lights right here, 2 lights, 2 orange lights. Now we're gonna power it up. All right, again, thanks so much for watching. We got Eluktronics, and you guys take care and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.